Okay. How many of you guys are interested in Let's Plays or doing Let's Plays? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So what this panel basically is, it's a beginner tutorial on how to get started on doing Let's Plays, as well as getting like a groundwork on a good budget price of how to get it off the ground, and pretty much take it from there. So, want to go ahead and get started? It's a slide. How? What the hell?
It's a single image.
I don't know. So before we really get started, are any of you guys offended by me swearing at all, or swearing? No? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure about that. Yeah, it's just that we feel more comfortable just like cutting this with that. So while this is loading, I guess I'll go ahead and give us a quick introduction. So my name is Bob, and this is Brandon. And we're a couple of local Let's Players on YouTube who've been doing this for a good couple of years now. I started back in like 2013.
It's been about 4 years now, hasn't it?
5? We're approaching on 5. That's
oh my god.
That's a terrifying notion. I'm getting old.
It's been 5 years since we started this.
But since, I don't know what that's about this. Me and him primarily focus on like anime game Let's Plays because I made a decision to do that because I love the games. Because I'm a kind of a weeb, and there's no centralized like channel dedicated to doing stuff like that. So I figured I'd take it upon myself to do it. As right now, we're at like, God, since Wagkage shared our video, we've got like past 1,700 subscribers right now.
Oh, cool! We're on the upswing.
Yeah.
So we're near 2,000.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to 2K. Holy crap! But that's a general overview of us. This is terrifying.
This is getting annoying.
Might as well just bring up the individual slides by this point. But I guess that would be a good. Wait, I thought we had the introduction thing to us on the first slide. Apparently I'm wrong. So before you start diving into the world of Let's Plays, you generally want to ask yourself a handful of questions. Why do you want to do them? Because Let's Plays, let's be honest here, are they are a hobby. They are a very fun hobby, but the thing about them is they are time-consuming. And going through an entire game is, getting through an entire game. It'll take like 10 to 20 hours depending on what the hell you're doing. Maybe unless you're a good player, I don't know. But you gotta ask yourself that from the gate because you want to have fun with it. You don't want to make it into a job. You can have a job and have fun, but you don't want to turn it into your daily drudge 9 to 5 kind of spiel, Just
do not start it as your job. You will never make it your job if that's your goal at the outset.
Yeah, it's kind of like freelance work at that point.
Have fun with it and then run with it.
Who inspired you to start doing Let's Plays? Me personally, I've been inspired by some of the older guys like Nintendo Capri's son. Recently, some Calling Johnny's been inspired me more. But those are like the general people that got me into it. You might find other people like Markiplier or maybe back in the day PewDiePie or something like that. What do you want to do? Because let's face it, a lot of Let's Players who are generally successful, don't go for success right out the gate, you will get it. What do you want to do? Like horror games, like a certain genre, like where your audience is, stuff like that. What does it mean to you? I think I already asked that basically. And who is your target audience? You don't need to ask yourself that right from the word go, but it is something good to keep in mind. Me and him generally have like a more adults, young adult kind of mindset because we're very straightforward and we shoot the shit a lot when we record, so we generally try to go about that. So next up. By the way, Brandon's a little under the weather right now, so I might end up talking a little bit.
I'm not doing a lot here. I'm just coming off the flu.
Yeah, it's a miracle he's not coughing himself right now. Not to put you down, but you are feeling kind of down, literally. Yeah. So,
this still gets me every time.
I know. I love this slide. So, I hope you guys can see this. If you can't, what this is generally how you don't want to start, / people who back in 2007 started. Oh God, what's that thing on the left there? Oh, that's a flip phone.
That is a flip camera.
When you're trying to get,
I don't think they exist anymore, but there was this crappy camera you could buy them for I think like $30 or $40. I think it was maybe maybe 360p, but it had a USB slider out at the side of it. You plug it right into your computer.
Oh god, you'd be lucky if you got 360p. So this is like old technology. This is like stuff you have on hand that's like it's kind of multi-purpose that you just want to. You don't really have anything else. You don't have a budget. You're like 16 or 17, and you just want to like get something started. So
I can do it with stuff lying around the house.
Yeah, totally. Like
I have a webcam because I like to Skype. I have a Guitar Hero mic because I played Guitar Hero when I was 13.
I'm going to record a game using the camera on my Nintendo DSi.
Oh my god.
I'm going to record my audio into a Guitar Hero microphone. Don't do this, guys. Please don't do it. Not only because the technology has come so far, but you'll look like an asshole trying to do it also. It's just not good. There's so many more. What do you want to look for? Something generally like a little more, I don't want to say high-end, but like stuff that's a little more dedicated to this kind of craft, you know?
You're looking for something specific.
You want anything that you got for free, or not necessarily that is bad working. You generally want to copy other people with how you want to go about this stuff. So
You don't want to do it on the cheap. That's for a damn fact.
yeah,
Because not only will it sound like crap, there is a high chance that whatever you're using will break on you very easily.
what you spend on this generally dictates what you're going to get out of it in terms of like picture quality / how it looks.
Your audio especially, you need to put the bulk of your money into your audio, a lot more than your video.
Yeah, I would say so. Anyway, next up. So, and now how we get started. Was that one? Oh yeah, for reasons. It's so,
I know.
this is how I feel when I look at a phone for a long period of time, then I look up at like something far away, I'm like, what? Okay, so now, this is a little bit of an old slide. Brandon's been having me to update this, and I will, but I'm busy, so whatever. So this is bottom of the barrel, how you start with this crap. So,
I'd argue you can still go in with the Yeti as a starting point.
that's a snowball.
Oh,
The Yeti's higher end.
Now,
This is kind of what I started with. Mine is Windows Movie Maker. So like base level. Oh my god, that's so washed out. You can't even see the fucking snowball. So you have the blue snowball on the left. You have the I don't remember what the thing's called anymore. Dazzle. That was it. The Dazzle composite cable capture from way back in the day. Still viable. Still freaking great.
Yeah.
And
Did yours even have this video?
yes, that's the exact model I had. And on the far right there is Windows Movie Maker, because we all have used Windows Movie Maker once in our lives, at least.
So here's the funny thing actually, is that Windows Movie Maker doesn't technically exist anymore. The last version of it you can get is 2012, and you have to download it as part of a bundle. They don't have a 2015 version or a 2018 version. It just doesn't exist anymore.
That is, wow, okay.
So technically you can't even get it anymore. You can't even use that. That's not the bottom of the barrel anymore.
Well, okay, I'll do research into other free software that you can use for editing. Taylor found stuff, like, it's terrible. Alright, so this price range will generally go you from $0 to up to like maybe 50 or something.
I think the Snowball is still 50 by itself. So.
Yeah, that's like the most expensive thing on here. Windows Movie Maker, you can generally find them free if you decide to go for it. Dazzle ran, I think I've usually found it for like 20 bucks.
Really?
I think so.
That's funny because I've actually looked at the Dazzle separately, and I don't know why, but for some reason I don't think it ever went down in price. I think it still commands around 60 bucks.
You know, I just noticed you actually did delete the bottom of the barrel setup for what I had. You just went ahead and hold rank. I see. Okay.
Actually, I don't think I did because I haven't touched this.
It's not in here at all.
Huh.
Weird.
Oh no, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. All right. So for less than 50 bucks, like really, really cheap end of the things, you have this thing on top, which I found through an attempt to be so funny enough. The TOTMC USB 2.0 video capture adapter. My god, that thing is ancient. Holy hell. From there we have something I used a little while back, way long ago, the wireless Bluetooth headset, PlayStation 3. Not the best audio in the world. It like just logs off your head. But
those were the glory days.
God, yes. But it still works.
Okay, so should I?
Nah, we'll say it for later.
Okay.
And you know, Windows Movie Maker is cool. Standard rig. This is what I currently run. So for 250, 300 bucks, it's a little bit more of an investment, but this is what is pretty much standard at this point in time. Like, you found what you want to do for Let's Plays. You have the inspiration. Now you want to go through with it. And this is not a bad price actually. This might be, if you spread the price, maybe like 2 or 3 paychecks. This is not too, or like, yeah, 2 or 3 paychecks if you want to like stretch it out.
Vegas, if you're paying. The two of these by themselves, the two of these by themselves, I believe, the Yeti and the base Elgato are about $100 a pop now.
Yeah.
I think you can get the base Elgato for even less because the 60 is around 120.
I was generous with the price of the Blue Yeti. So for Sony Vegas, never ever buy Sony Vegas. $600. Why, oh God, is it $600 freaking dollars?
There's like 14 different versions of it too.
Yeah, no, it came with the most recent version also. There's the Blue Yeti, which is very reliable. Just be worried the lack of a shock pad. And the Elgato Game Capture HD, which I currently have. I need to upgrade at some point. I'll update with the more up-to-date version later on. Alright. You want to know something funny? Go back to the previous slide. Oh no, down. Look at that. That color is hella saturated.
Oh wow.
And then look at how on the actual screen. That's beautiful.
That is amazing.
Yeah, fun. Okay, so this is where you go if you're $500 or up. This is when you want to invest. And I haven't gotten to this point yet.
This is after you've been doing this for a couple of years. After you're sure that this is something you want to do.
Yeah, a lot of these are one-time investments, so don't worry too much about that. But you're gonna want to be a little careful about after you actually want to be your toes in this water. So, Adobe Premiere, when you want to actually edit. Sony Vegas is so great for editing, I love it. But at some point you gotta make the jump. You have soundproofing for your walls. That is costly. My God, it's costly.
That padding?
Yeah, I will show you prices later. It's abhorrent. Then there's the Elgato H.
The Elgato Game Capture
Yes.
HD Pro.
Oh, Pro. Okay, I was thinking the S. Then you got a real.
That one is just literally a graphics card. You slide it into your PCIe slot.
Yeah, it's beautiful. What are you doing next door? Okay.
No idea.
Then you got the bottom there. You got the microphone that's I kind of just picked up. I know a lot of people use it.
That's an Audio Technica.
Audio Technica AT2035 large and a pop filter to go with it. So this all
You can
together.
get a pop filter on basically any mic. They're only about like $10.
Yeah, generally. All this together, yeah, it's gonna be kind of costly, but this is where you want to go if you want to record like 4K footage and you want to make YouTube into a job, basically. Yeah. I haven't gotten to this point yet.
It's gonna be a while for either of us.
Yeah.
Alright.
But oh yeah, the soundproofing for the walls. Yeah. So I think I heard somewhere that about like 36 square feet of it is like $200-300.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's bad.
Alright.
You're gonna pay for it though, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, this is what you do before you record. You have to know there's only like one person in the room right now, but I'm trying to not let it get to me too much. It's okay.
It's for the camera. You're recording for the camera for the internet.
Yeah. It's okay. No pressure. So before you record, you definitely want to do a proper audio check. Make sure like there's no ambient noise, there's nothing noticeable in the background that's going on, like the traffic outside or any of that crap.
No fans, your AC unit.
No
in the next room.
sound or no smoke alarms. Boop. Boop. I love that.
Ah, Johnny.
Those are old. Alright, what will kill your video faster than poor video is poor audio. That's like just kind of a fact.
Yeah.
So be sure there's no echo from the game. I know people like to play games with the audio turned up, Brendan, but you gotta make sure it's at a certain point where it's not gonna create like an audible echo in your microphone, because that's when it goes south. And no, thank you.
That's also when it gets annoying to edit.
Oh God, yes, you're telling me. Especially when the sync drifts. I'm just like, gotta keep getting it back. Make sure your controllers are fully charged. We're in a day and age where your controllers should all be lithium-ion. But if you record on the Wii, yeah, AA batteries.
Actually, I think the PS4 controller's battery is only about 5 to 10 hours.
It's not terrible. Honestly, I just keep all plugged in though.
Yeah.
Get comfortable, because if there's any discomfort, it's gonna reflect in your voice big time.
If you're sitting wrong, if you're in a bad chair, people will be able to hear that you're uncomfortable. This is a fact.
Like noticeably, you sound crankier, and it's just like, Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just kind of scrunched over and hold it or whatever.
I'm trying to hold a hernia in.
And know what you want to talk about in advance, because if you walk in with like no talking points, you'll probably walk in and just be grunting or occasionally making noise. It's not interesting to the audience.
You're not gonna be able to hold a focus either.
You can improvise. It's not impossible, but you generally want to walk into an extended recording session, or even like one recording session, with like something you know about the game, you know what you're gonna do, etc., etc. Something I've been doing recently is I just let the audience know what my game plan is for when I'm recording something, because I don't like to bullshit them. Like, I'll walk in like, okay, so like my idea right now is to record maybe a few hours of this, and I have to watch out for this section and this section. That's gonna be fun. So let's do this.
Stop before that section.
Yeah, it's like I obviously tell people what I'm gonna be doing, and check your hard drive space before you record, and definitely check your recording specs. So there's A, no frame drops, and B, you don't run out of hard drive space in the middle of recording.
That is very easy to do.
Yeah, and you end up losing like 3 hours of footage because you don't know what the hell happened.
God.
Also, personal advice, do a sync point for your recording before you start. It'll make editing a lot easier later on, but yeah, that's just me personally speaking. Anyway, so you got all that shit done before you record. Now let's get on to the process. So, you're in your recording session, you have it all set up, you're ready to rock and roll. What are some things to do when you actually record? You have an audience in front of you, there's no pressure, it's just you and them. So, stage fright works slightly different when you're doing a Let's Play. So, instead of, you're not actually talking to like one group of people, it's like you're talking to one person at a time. It just so happens that you yourself are being replicated to a bunch of different people. So, it's a different mentality. I find that stage fright is not even really like a factor once you get the hang of extended recordings or like Let's Plays. Having a friend really makes it a lot more bearable. Like,
especially when you're starting out, you're doing it early on, you're not sure you'll be able to hold a session. Have someone with you, have someone to talk to, chat with. It really takes the edge off.
Oh yeah, definitely. It'll also it'll help you later on when you start doing more solo recordings. You know how you want to talk, you know what you sound like, and your audience has a general idea what you're like. So it's a generally good win-win.
It makes the time go by significantly faster.
Yeah. Don't be stressed out, generally. If something happens, brush it off, and, what was it? Pass it off as it should. It's been a long time I've got this. I need to update this seriously.
Good from here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't be stressed out while recording, because if you let something bug you, it's going to be noticeable for the rest of the recording, and it's just not going to become fun. And it's just going to become strenuous. If something crappy happens, like, oh man, I just fucking died to that guy. Oops. Just brush it off. It's no big deal. Just make a joke out of it and just run with it.
I've admittedly had a couple of times where I've gotten hung up on something or gotten really pissed off about something, mostly not even in the game, and it's gotten really bad and we've had to cut it out of sessions. I
love it when I've been recently recording Dead Space, and every time there's an enemy glitching out, I laugh my ass off because I'm just like, what are you doing, game? That's just me anyway. I like to laugh at anomalies. Snacks and beverages are a must for bulk recording. Your throat and brain will thank you greatly in the long run. You don't want to record either hungry or when you're extremely thirsty. Because if you're thirsty, you're so raspy and grouchy about it. If you're hungry, you're gonna lose focus a lot, and it won't be like the best thing ever, you know what I mean?
You can eat or drink during a session, but you need to make sure it's something quiet.
Yeah, or if you're like if we're recording, like we sometimes even like it has to be eat lunch like when we're actually recording, so that way like one of us is like eating, the other one's talking, so on and so forth.
There was one time way early on, I think when we first started doing the podcast, where I was actually eating my dinner at the time. I was actually eating a plate of spaghetti while we were recording that podcast. And I don't think I told you until like 3 years later.
Yeah, you recently told me about that. I love that.
I think I told you about that another time we did this panel.
Yeah, I think so. So, another one. Plan cutoff points and breaks. Stretch your legs once in a while. Take a mental breather. Me and this guy, sleep has to go over to 6 or 7 hours in one recording session. with breaks. There are breaks in there, but that's exactly it. You want to plan your breaks so that way you're not staring in front of a screen for 7 hours straight and your eyes start bleeding, and your mind just frayed. At that point, it's just like maybe 2 hours of just like just take breaks every once in a while.
It definitely starts to show when you've been going for a real long time. That's something that's happened to me a couple of times lately. Is I've actually been, I'm sure you've noticed it real bad in editing, is I will start to get lightheaded after certain points, after going for so long. I actually stop talking sometimes for upwards of a minute.
You get lightheaded a lot in gameplay recently.
That's when we're going to super long stuff. But some of the stuff we've
especially
been upwards of 5 hours.
Especially Yu-Gi-Oh! My God, GX wasn't too kind on us. And also make sure there's no hardware/software issues. Computer's updating? Well, there's a good chance you just lost all your CPU and your computer's gonna cause a lot of frame drops.
Turn off your Wi-Fi or your internet or whatever while you're doing it. Turn off any Bluetooth connections. Turn off anything that might interrupt your computer in any way, because you will lose that entire session if one thing goes wrong.
Yeah. No pressure. All right. This is very important. Right after the recording session, these are things. Oh my God, you literally cannot see that shit. That's beautiful. Doesn't make the background pop though. Anyway, so after the recording session, these are some things you definitely want to keep in mind to make sure nothing goes abhorrently wrong. Label everything in an organized fashion and know where it goes. I've accidentally deleted a recording session once. That was not good. Right? That was exactly what I'm talking about. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. That was not a fun time to be had. Make sure you have your files before closing stuff out. Like, when I record Audacity, I'll export it, and then I'll double check to make sure it is exported before I delete my session so I don't lose anything. That has never happened before, but I do make sure about that. Make sure to actually hit stop recording. I'm serious, because sometimes that happens to people, and you run out of hard drive space, and like you walk away, you come back like an hour later, it's like, well, it's still recording.
I think that happened to us once where we were done, and then I walk back in 15 minutes later, and it's still going.
I don't think it's ever happened to us, but I know it's happened to people before in the past. And give yourself a 5-minute breather before you're editing or recording something else, just because you have that mental strain of recording and having to improvise for so many hours straight. Give yourself just a quick breather before you either go back to a recording session or you begin editing your stuff.
Eat a snack between sessions. It will save your brain.
Even just like go and sit outside, it'll help greatly.
Let's get some sunlight.
Let's go get sunlight right now. Alright, so editing time. So Bob here. Oh, Brandon, you see that?
Yes.
Wow.
That is straight
That's
lava.
beautiful. So, as an editing major from SEC, this is where I like to talk about stuff.
ASU now.
Yes, and I'm going to ASU now for film also. I like to school when they're editing. So, for the editing part, did you label your files? Like I said before, do you know where they are? Do you know where your files are? Brandon, where are the files? Yeah, right? Right? Label them in the correct folders. I don't want to go look for that stuff. Basically, more or less how you want to be doing it. Audio sync. This is why I said do an audio sync point before recording, so you know like exactly where to begin editing, so you can scrub them together, and you don't have to spend like 5 or 10 minutes like finding overlapping audio to know exactly how it came out. Depending on how you record anyway. Like through Audacity, you're gonna want to do this. If you record through OBS, sorry, but it's gonna be a lot easier. As in, you can't adjust your audio later on. If it's messed up, you can't fix that. It's terrible. Video quality. Oh, yeah. Try to keep your project settings matching what you recorded, so that way there's no inconsistencies and it doesn't look blown up. I.e., like, if you record 720p footage, try to keep the project file at like 720p or stuff like that. Oh yeah, you're going to be exporting and editing in bulk a lot, depending on what you do for like full games. So don't focus too much on special effects. It'll just slow you down, and it'll just slow your computer down when you do it. So
you can do that stuff, but you need to make sure that you have the time for it. You need to know that you have 6 hours that you can dedicate to that per day.
Yeah, if you see something cool and you plan it out, and you do want to do something about it, go for it. But don't become like enraptured in it. You generally want to keep it pretty focused. That's what I was saying about that anymore. Alright, so uploading / posting to YouTube. Don't be like this guy, where it says, and I quote, it uses, God, it uses pretty much like all the things ever. Don't use all capital letters because it takes away from the impact. Don't use clickbait thumbnails because they'll click on it, and by the time they get in, they'll see the video, and it's just like, oh, just a normal gameplay with some guy talking. Oh. You generally want to be concise, and you can get creative with like thumbnails and like titles and descriptions, but you gotta build a relationship with your audience that you're not going to just like always do clickbait stuff. That's not good.
Don't put boobs in a thumbnail because the moment someone sees that there's no boobs in the video, they're going to click away. YouTube does not reward views; it rewards retention. Those boobs aren't going to do you any favors.
Yeah, like that's just bad practice in general too.
You're also not going to get anything out of it.
Not really. It'll get you a lot of views, but you won't make any money off of it. And you also have like no viewership whatsoever. So yeah, it's generally good advice. Also, don't flood your description box with social media links. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Have 2 or 3, don't have 15.
Yeah, don't link people to your MySpace, your SoundCloud,
your Instagram,
your LinkedIn, your Tinder, I guess. You know, just like all that crap. Just keep it concise. Like the major stuff you actually communicate.
My Amazon wish list.
Right, don't do that.
Oh God, spoon.
Oh my Jesus, I'm surprised I did that.
Anyway,
moving on. This is more advanced advice I personally give because I've been doing this for a few years, and these are generally good. Like, once you get into the groove of things and you're ready to like take it to the next level, these are personal advice I would give for any parts of this project. I would say. Try to maintain a regular upload schedule to broaden your audience and to always like come back at a time to see if you got stuff. Being consistent will always help you stay in touch with your viewers. I have a bad habit of this recently because more videos I want to make like decent artwork for because I want to make it look interesting. But as a result, that makes it sporadic from when I actually have stuff up. Your first recording is going to be terrible. It will be. There's no getting around it. You'll either sound terrible, something will screw up, there'll be noise in the background, something goes wrong, etc., etc.
Your first couple of months, they're not all going to be terrible, but it takes a while to ease into it.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Once you get your groove going, everything from the first recording onwards is going to be easier and easier, and it'll get better and better. That's my personal advice with that.
It takes a little while to settle in, but once you get going, once you get a rhythm, you have it out like that.
Yep.
Don't you brag.
Okay. So, this one's more of like an artistic taste, I would say. The decision to record individual games or individual segments or in bulk is really up to you. Each has their pros and cons because bulk recordings are easier to keep track of but are more taxing mentally during recording. Meanwhile, individual segments are easier to file, but there's more file management involved, and you have to keep cutting videos, starting videos, and so on and so forth. I personally prefer bulk recording because, like, when I'm in the moment, I feel immersed. I feel like I'm having fun. That's the key thing to take away from this, fun.
There's that too, but I think the thing is, the people that do all of their 15-minute or 10-minute cutoffs, people hate them because they're not getting a lot of content. People hate people like the Grumps, not only because they're terrible at video games, but because everything they do is like 9 to 12 minutes long and no longer. And people hate that because by the point they actually start getting settled in and enjoying the video, it's already over.
Sometimes they do longer videos, but I don't
do that.
Anymore.
I don't either, but you can do that sort of thing if you want, but you still need to have at least 15 to 20 minutes no matter what. You cannot do it short or you will not get views, at least long-term views.
Also that YouTube pays more for longer videos.
This is true.
Yep. Also, you get more exposure to doing that. Anyway, always be up to date on your software, or always be updated on your hardware. Hard drive space, CPU usage, fan noises, and make sure nothing is smoking, like nothing's on fire. Always keep an eye on your stuff.
I'm gonna do it.
Not that. But always make sure your shit's up to date. Like, make sure nothing goes wrong. And
I don't know, some Elgato updates have fucked me before.
same here. It takes a while, but you know.
Anyway.
And lastly, this is a trick for me. There seems to be this misconception that you need to have Photoshop to make thumbnails for videos.
You can do it with anything.
You can do it with it. I make my thumbnails through Sony Vegas. Like, it's really easy. You just layer the video, text, or layer a picture of text, save the snapshot, and you're done. That's literally it. And yeah, so closing thoughts. Let's Play should generally be about fun. Don't feel like it has to be made into busy work. It'll feel boring and you'll sound boring. It just will be good. And your audience will enjoy you. That's the biggest thing. You're trying to be an entertainer, so have fun with it yourself. How can you entertain others if you can't entertain yourself? Someone should write that down. Don't take his workflows as absolutely concrete. Mix up how you want and be creative with it and have fun with it because it generally work with what's most comfortable for you. These are just guidelines or anything. You're always in. This is personally something I enjoy. Oh no, it's not something that's actually. You're always gonna have people that don't like your content. It's inevitable, really. I have people like that frequently because, yeah. Don't be.
I'm sorry, I was mean to you.
Don't be an asshole, but try to be thick-skinned and cherish the positive comments.
I said I was sorry.
And don't be encroaching on our territory. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want.
Anime's our market.
Yep.
Touch it will kill you.
We got anime stuff on our channel. And yeah. And this is our crap. Man, how long ago was this from? I have no idea.
Last year.
Oh my god, last year. So, yep, and that's just about it. This is us. YouTube.com/RighteousJericho is my main Let's Play channel, and Brandon's channel is YouTube.com/Shinobitachi1. We do anime game Let's Plays, and I've been doing it for 5 years now. Almost 5 years now. Holy crap, I'm old. But yeah. And yeah, so I guess now.
That's the end of it. Is that the end? Yeah, that's the end of it.
Yeah, that's gonna kind of skim through it. But yeah, since we have like 25 minutes left, you can ask us questions about anything you want, basically.
Questions for the audience?
I don't think anyone has any questions.
Oh man, there's so many people who wants to ask questions. Oh man.
You know? The person with the Bubuzuela? Do you even know what that is?
I know what a Vuvuzela is, yes. I know, I've listened to soccer games before. I know what it is.
Goal!
Goal! They got banned from soccer games, that's a good part.
I think those are actually illegal in some countries.
Probably. But yeah, since there's literally no one else in the room right now, you can freely ask us any questions about Let's Plays. Anything you might have in mind? Because we still have like 20 minutes left.
If you're humoring us, you can go ahead. You've sufficiently kept us happy.
Yeah.
Hey man, there's only like 8 people at Steven's panel earlier, so I don't know. Derek Stevens.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for him.
I know, it's like he's really cool. I feel so bad. So I'm like, there's like just up with attendance today.
It's a Friday. Some people are still at work or school.
That's a fair point, actually.
Well, in that case, at least I think I'm probably just going to shut off the camera.
Alright.
I got the bulk of what I needed.
Yeah, is like anything you want to know about like recording steps or games or something like that?
Ooh, I found a toy. I'm going to keep it.
No,
I think that's theirs.
Yeah, I dropped it like halfway through. I was like, when I first walked in, there was a Starbucks cup sitting right here.
Yeah, I